Hi everybody, this is Nafish. Today we are going to learn how to write a function, a for loop, and if-else condition in Python. So let's get started. First of all, how can we write a function in Python? So we have to have the definition EEF. So this is the keyword for a function, and then you have to name the function. Okay. So let's say the name of the function is name of the function. So this is the name of the function, and then you have to pass some argument. Okay, it can be one, it can be many, and it can be also blank, like you are not passing anything. Okay, that also can be an option. Okay, and then you have to put a column, and then you have to write a statement. Okay, and that's it. So basically the function will do a specific task, and this is the format to write a function in Python. So let's do some examples here. So first the keyword def, and then sum. So we are going to write a program which will do the summation of some inputs. So definition def, then sum, name of the function, then let's say it takes the input a, b, and c. Okay, then column, and then the variable total will contain the summation, so a plus b plus c. Okay, and then you have to write a keyword return, and then total. Okay, so basically you have to write return to get the output. You can also write print. I will show that to you later. Okay, so now we have the function right here. Okay, run it, and then here let's call the function by its name, sum input. Let's say 10, 20, 30. Okay, so it's going to add up all these three numbers. You see we got 60 here. Rather than writing return, we can also write print here. Okay, so the print total. So this is going to print the total of this summation. Okay, so you run, you see 60. Okay, you can try some other numbers, 6, 11, 22, 33. Run it, you got 66. Now how about you do not write anything here? So we are not neither the not return, neither the print statement. So let's see how it goes. So run it, and you see it's not returning anything. Okay, so that's why we have to write either return or try to print the value. Okay, so return total. Okay, run. Okay, you get 66. Now let's write another program with the function. So let's say def, and this is going to multiply numbers. So mul, just giving a name of the function. It takes a and b, okay, as input, and let's say it multiplies and keep the answer in total 2. Okay, so a times b, and then you have to return it. So return the total. Okay, now you call the function mul, and then let's say you are passing 2 and 3, so it's going to give you 6, right? So run this guy. Oh, I missed the colon here, so run it, and oh, we have to keep the indentation. So indentation is, you have the statement right here, right? So the next line should appear exactly below of that one. So run it, and then run this guy, you get 6. Okay, how about 20 and 3? So run it, you get 60. Okay, so this is the way you can write a function, and this is going to do a specific operation for you. So here is multiplying, here it's doing addition, and you can change different numbers, right? So basically different inputs but performing the same task. Now you can have a function inside a function. So let's say we want a function which is going to do multiplication and addition. So let's say def sum. Well, so this is the name of the function, then colon, and let's say this is going to do it takes a, b, and c as input. Okay, and then we are calling that sum function right here. So function inside a function, so sum, it takes a, b, and c, and let's say write print here. Okay, you are printing the output. Do the same thing, print, and then you call mul, and mul takes 2 arguments, a and b, so a and b. Okay, and let's run it, and then you provide the input. So call the function sum mul, and then let's say input is 20 and 40. Okay, so and another 60, another one. Okay, so it's going to give you 120 and 800, right? So run 120 and 800. The first one is the addition, so you add all this, and the second one is the multiplication of two numbers, right? Okay, you can also have a function without any input argument. So let's say def my name, and it takes nothing. Okay, and what this is going to do, just print something. So print, let's say my name is Nafish, so it's just going to print this statement. Okay, so run it, miss the colon again, be careful with that. So run it, and then you call the function. So my name. Okay, you run it. I didn't put any round bracket here, so you have to put round bracket. Okay, you run this, and this is not defined because it has to be in a quotation. Okay, you run it. Okay, that's it. So this is, there is no input, but still it's just printing the name. Okay, now we can do also some plotting using this function. Okay, so let's say we have a function def, and f is the name of the function, and it takes an input x. Okay, put colon here, and what it does, it just like it stores the value in a variable called signal, and with cos 2 times pi f t. So this is just a kind of sinusoidal kind of a waveform this is going to generate. Okay, and let's define, so since pi and cos are there, we have to import numpy, because this we can import it from numpy. So import numpy as np, and then np dot cos, and then np dot pi. Okay, these two we have to import from numpy, right? And also we did not define x and t. So let's say we have x, let's have frequency as f. Okay, so the name of the function is f, and it takes an input, and this is going to be right here in this statement. And we haven't defined t, so t is, let's say, np dot in space, let's say it starts at 0, ends at 1, and it got 200 samples. Okay, so let's run this one. Okay, and now what you can do, you can call this function, you can provide different frequency here and create signal, right? So let's create one signal with high frequency, one signal with low frequency, and plot it. So for plotting, import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. Okay, then you have plt dot subplot, since we are going to have two different plots, 2, let's say 2 2 1. So this is the number of rows, so we want 2 rows, and then let's say we have 1 columns and the first position, okay, here, and then plt dot plot. What you're going to plot, you're going to plot the time t and against the signal, right? Okay, you're going to plot this guy, but how are you going to get the signal from here, right? So you have to write return the signal, so, and you input the frequency. So here you call the function which is f, and you input the frequency, let's say 50 hertz here. Okay, so if you input 50 hertz, this is going to go in here in this equation, and it's going to give you, it's going to return the signal. Okay, same thing, copy it, now provide a high frequency. Okay, so second, so 2 rows already defined, 1 column, and this is a second object. Okay, and now let's say the frequency is 100. Okay, and let's also have a color coding here. Okay, and now you can run it. Oh, I haven't probably run this guy, so I have to run this first, and then run this. There's some error here. say F50, F100, and this is, I think, twice by FT. Okay, I think I know what is the mistake here. Return, you can just return it right here. Rather than writing like that, return the signal. Okay, so run in, and you get two plots, one with the high frequency, one with the low frequency. You can in fact make the frequency a little smaller, so let's say 10 and 50. So now you will see the frequency, like the occurrence of this will be less. So run it right here. Okay, so this is how you can do some plotting here. Okay, and you see I'm using this function to generate these two plots, so providing frequency, and this is automatically calculating. Okay, now we can also do some for looping. So for loop, what we need to, let's say we have a number, list of numbers, right? So let's say k is equals to 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and now for loop, for let's say I in k, and then a column. So what this is going to do, this iteration is going to do, like, go through each of this element of k. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and then you, let's say, write something here, print I multiply by I. Okay, so it's going to go inside each of these elements of this list and multiply with itself and print it out. Let's try it. Okay, so this is the output. Okay, so now here you can do other things, like rather than writing numbers, you can say write a string. Okay, so inside quotation you write string here. Okay, and then same way for, then I is the variable, and then you are just going through each of these letters in this string. Okay, and let's say print I, so you're going to print each of these letters. So run it. Okay, you see, now you can do another function, another thing here. You can do an upper, so str upper. Okay, and then run it. Oh, I think this has to be inside this I, has to be inside this rounded bracket. Okay, so you see what this is doing is uppercase, making it uppercase, going through each of these elements and making it uppercase, right? So this is how you can write a for loop. Okay, now you can also do some if and else condition inside a for loop. So let's say we have a list of number which is 10, 20, 30, and 40. Okay, and again let's write the for loop here. So first, for any variable, you can say, like let's say j here. Okay, but j in k, meaning this is going to go through, iterate through every element of k. Okay, it's going to start from this zero position of the element, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 4 times this is going to run, right? So for j in k, don't forget to put a column here. Okay, and then let's say we're going to put some if else condition here. So if j is greater than 10, okay, print j. Okay, so this is going to print all these except 10, right? And we also have to put a column here. Okay, so run it. Oh, so this has to be indented, right? It cannot be just after this if. There has to be an indent, meaning this space right here. Okay, now 20, 30, and 40. So for loop, okay, we always for if and else condition, we have to indent the next statement. Whereas for when you are defining a function, there shouldn't be any indentation. Okay, we have to remember that. Now we can also have an else condition here. Else print j times j. Okay, so for else also there's a column there. Okay, so run it. Again, there has to be an indent here, so there has to be a space. Okay, it cannot be just underneath the else statement. So run it. So since the first condition is false, it goes into this statement, and where we have to multiply 10 times 10. Okay, for the other ones, like is always greater than 10, so just printing the value. So 20, 30 and 40, there is no, it's just printing the values. But since this condition is not satisfied, the else, in the else loop, we have to multiply the 10 with 10. Okay, we can also have else if here. Okay, so which is going to give you another condition. So elif, let's say elif j is less than 20. Okay, you print this number. So this is another condition. And then else print j times j times j. So let's change the values a bit, so you can have a negative number here. Okay, and let's see what happens. Run it. Again, I forgot to put an colon right here. Okay, and remember the indentation, you have to indent this statement. Okay, run it. Okay, so here it is. Let's go through every value here, all the conditions. So first one is 10, right? 10 is not greater than 10, so it goes into the next one. Is 10 less than 20? Yes, so it goes there and breaks it. So 10 times 10 is 100. Okay, now how about 20? It's greater than 10, so we are printing 20. 30 and 40, same, it's greater than 10, so we're just printing those. But how about minus 5? This is not satisfying this condition as well as this condition, so this is just going to be here. Oh, I think it satisfies this condition, so it's not even going to the else loop. We need to write something so that this is kind of let's say, so this is not even going into this statement right here, right? So let's say j is less than 20 and and j is greater than 0. Okay, let's run it. Okay, now you see we are getting 1000 here, because this is right here less than 20, greater than 10, that is only one, that is only one number, that is 10, right? So it's kind of satisfied both of these conditions. Sorry, it's not satisfying any of these conditions right here, so it's just going into here. Okay, but anyways, this is how you can just write if else. These are the grammar of writing this for loop and if else. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video.